Hi lovely eco people! I have been running into this problem again and again, and I think you guys will have been as well. So for whatever reason, you are staying at a hotel. Maybe you've taken Greta Thunberg and the whole flight scam, flight fear, flight judging, flight shaming. You've taken the whole flight shaming movement to heart and you have found a lovely little hotel down the road from where you are. Or it was for work and you couldn't avoid it, or it's a friend, whatever. The point is, you're staying in a hotel and you've done your best to be eco all up until this point. And then you get there and you're so excited and you open the door and there is just plastic everywhere, like single-use, annoying plastic. I think the worst one is a plastic cup wrapped in a plastic wrapper. Or like the toiletries, like all these little toiletries that, to be fair, when I was a kid, I absolutely loved. Now I loathe. I hate them so much. Like, what are we supposed to do with all of this? Because I feel like while some companies are making changes and starting to be more green, I feel like hotels and their tiny little toiletries are not listening. How do we make them listen? Step number one, don't use it. So sometimes when I see that all the toiletries are really close to the sink and they're like in the splash zone, or if I think my partner might use them, or if you had kids, if you're worried they're gonna use them, I literally hide them. Not so much that the cleaner thinks they've been used and replace them, but like keep them up and out the way and just like, we're not gonna damage them, we're gonna do the best we can to preserve them so whoever does want to use them can use them down the line and they are not being replaced and it has nothing to do with us, not our problem. And while it's a bit annoying, it just means, as ever, we need to be prepared. We need to bring our own bottles to drink out of, we need to bring our own bars of soap, our own bars of shampoo and conditioner, our own razors. Turns out you can fly with a safety razor. I was so scared the first time I flew with one, I took like the hardcore blade out and then bought other ones on the other end to make sure I could do it. It's like the dumbest thing I've ever done. You can just take it, it's fine. If you've always relied on the little shower caps, then maybe buy your own beautiful one. And if you don't mind being a little bit of a diva, then if there are coffee pods in the room, you can call to reception and ask them to bring you a normal coffee from, like if they have a bar or anything like that, or you know, you can just go downstairs yourself and get one. You don't have to use these things. There's normally a way around it. It's normally annoying and long-winded, but there is normally a way around it. If you're in a country where the water isn't drinkable, you could look up to see if live straw would make it drinkable. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, you have to check. Point is, don't use it, hide it away, pretend it doesn't exist. No, nothing to do with us. Step number two, complain. I think if we just hide it in a cupboard and pretend it doesn't exist, that's not gonna have that much of an impact. If we wanna actually make an impact and actually stop them doing all these things, we have to tell them, because at the end of the day, they're doing these things because they think that we like it. They think that it's a little bonus treat for us, and they have no idea that it's making us really angry and depressed and annoyed. If you're not very good at complaining, don't worry, I am. I've made a little complaints template. I'll link it down below. You can just copy and paste it, put your little name on the end, that's all you have to do. I'll do everything else for you. And I think sometimes we can have a misconception of what complaining is. I think when we imagine complaining, we imagine public 1-star reviews and like, never use this place, they're the worst, and generally just not being very nice. I think there is a very nice way to complain. I think there's a very lovely way to be like, hey, so-and-so manager or so-and-so boss or however high you want to go, whoever you think is ordering in the cups. Be like, hey, I stayed at your hotel and it was lovely. I loved this and I loved that and I had a great time. Unfortunately, when I went in the room and I saw these cups, honestly, it ruined my experience because you claim to be eco in X, Y, and Z ways, but I feel like this really let you down and I feel like your customers would have a much better experience if you swapped it out for this or for that. I know that I certainly would. I try my best to avoid plastic and unfortunately this means that I would rather look for competitors in your area who don't use plastic rather than you guys. However, if you were to get rid of the plastic, I would so happily stay at your hotel again. Thank you so much for reading this through and really listening to your customers. Kind regards, Lottie. Something like that. Number three, stick to your guns and try not to stay there again. This is the step I like the least because it takes the most work. It means actually doing the research into their competitors, seeing if there are any alternatives in your price range that you could stay with, And sometimes that's not possible. Sometimes there aren't eco-competitors, sometimes there are, but they're really expensive. But maybe there will be. And if there are, those guys deserve our money. We should be staying with them. And by boycotting the ones who refuse to get rid of the plastic, we are sending a message. but it's only gonna work if loads of us do it. So please join us. Join the fight against the dreaded hotel plastic and that horrible sinking feeling when you walk into a room and start discovering it everywhere and it's like horrific. It doesn't have to be this way forever. We shouldn't have to feel bad about this stuff every time we go in, especially when it's put there to make us feel happy. I feel like they just don't understand their customers anymore, and we just need to let them know. The plastic crisis is massive and it is scary and it is horrific. But if we all join together, we can have a serious impact and start to change things. And that's it. That is how we are going to get rid of all the hotel plastic. We are going to fix the world. Everything is going to be perfect. Just wait and see. If you want to recruit more people, please share this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Subscribe if you like eco things, and I'll see you next week. Bye.